Hello and greetings everyone. Welcome to today's before change and after problem sums. Now this one here, both quantities have changed by unequal amounts. So they have changed, they have probably increased, okay, by different values. Alright, so in such a case we have to employ the units and parts method. Okay, so let's discuss. Sarah had 3/4 as much dolls as Aisha. So right from the get-go, we know that Sarah has 3 units of dolls. Aisha has 4 units of dolls. We can write that down here first. Okay, take a pencil and write it down as such. After Aisha and Sarah were given 15 and 8 dolls respectively, meaning Aisha received 15 dolls, Sarah received 8 dolls. Okay, when they say respectively, we just follow the names. So Aisha happened first, so she is 15. Sarah received 8. Okay, the ratio of what Sarah had to Aisha had became 2:3. So now, later on, in the after case, Sarah will take on 2 parts. Aisha will take on 3 parts. Okay, we use parts, we don't use units now. Why? Because we have used units earlier on. Okay, and furthermore, we are not sure whether these units and these numbers, these parts here, they carry the same value. So if you're not sure whether it's the same value, we use parts later on. Okay, how many dolls did Aisha have initially? Alright, now, before, change, after. Alright, so draw a before, change and after, because there's a before case, there's a change, there's also an after. And then at the top, for the 2 columns, right, you just put the 2 persons' name. So that will be Sarah and Aisha. Alright. Now, so Sarah, before, she has 3 units. Aisha 4 units. So for Sarah, she was given 8 dolls, so I add 8 for her. Aisha 15, add 15. Now, these 3 units, when you add 8 dolls, you will get the 2 parts in the end. For Sarah, 4 units for Aisha, add 15 dolls, you will get the 3 parts in the end, which is according to this one here. Okay, so in the end, we can have for Sarah 2 parts. Aisha 3 parts. How many dolls did they have? Did Aisha have initially? Now, so what we're gonna do now is to understand these values a little bit more together with this one here. Okay, so for Sarah, we know that if we take 3 units and add to 8 dolls, we will achieve 2 parts. As for Aisha, when we add 4 units to 15 dolls, we will instead achieve 3 parts. Okay, so the technique, the strategy for this question is to actually make the parts the same. So how do we do that? These 2 parts and 3 parts, to compare the models, to make the models the same, we need to ensure that we are dealing with the same number of parts, so that we can work with units later on. Okay, now let's see what's happening. Times 3 times 3. So for Sarah, her model will now become as such. Everything is multiplied by 3. So 3 units times 3 is 9 units. 8 times 3 is 24. And the 2 parts now become 6 parts. Do the same thing for Aisha. Everything is times 2 instead. Okay, it's not times 3. 3 parts times 2 here. So when that happens, you get 8 units and 30. Right? 15 times 2 is 30. Now this is 6 parts. Now what can we say about these 2 models now? They are exactly the same. Okay, because both are 6 parts. Okay, so I'm going to redraw this below to ensure that we can actually find the units nicely based on the models. 9 units 24. 8 units a bit shorter. Endpoint is the same because the models are the same in length. Okay, so this is 30. So basically, how do we solve this? Backtrack here. This section is 8 units, which means this section is 1 unit, right? This section is 24. This section is 30 minus 24, which is 6. So 9 minus 1 is a working you can show. 9 minus 8, sorry, 1 unit. 1 unit has a value of 30 minus 24. 1 unit has a value of 6. How many dolls did Aisha have initially? 4 units. 6 times 4, answer 24 dolls.